So now that the now that the school year is over, and I did not plan on being a substitute teacher anymore for Baltimore City Public Schools in Maryland, I guess I can talk about it and my experience working as a substitute. One, it's a great job. I like it. It's cool. It's easy and the pay is good for a young person straight out of university who needed something real quick. Yeah, so I couldn't find a real job after I graduated, so I became a substitute teacher, and the money's cool. Yeah, a substitute teacher for Baltimore City. Two, just like any other job, it has its ups and downs, good and bad. You see all those videos of substitute teachers making here. Three, some schools really care about their subs, while some schools do not. Four, depending on how you look and the connections you make, you can save money by getting free lunch and sometimes free things if you're lucky. Yeah, for me, the perks of being a sub, or for me, because I look young, or I'm young, yeah, and I wanted to save money, I was getting free lunch from Baltimore City Public Schools, technically. Supposedly not to, but yeah, they would let me slide, and sometimes I could pass for a student. That's the perks of being a substitute teacher. As long as he's not doing nothing stupid. Yeah. For me, I would sometimes be lucky. Let me rewind back. So number 4, depending on how you look and the connection you make, you can save money by getting free lunch and sometimes free things if you're lucky. For me, I was sometimes getting free breakfast and free lunch because I look young and I was nice to the lunch staff. So if you do not mind eating school lunch or eating school food, that is a plus for you. You can save money. You can save on breakfast and lunch, or you can pack your own lunch. Then whenever they are giving the teachers stuff, for example, Teacher Appreciation Week, or the school is having an event and they're giving out stuff to teachers and staff, they sometimes give me stuff. One charter school even gave me a pair of brand new socks. They were still in the wrapping, still packaged. Another school gave me a t-shirt with the school's name on it and free food in the teacher's lounge. Also, depending on the school, you may have a lot of downtime, free time, depending on the schedule. So that's a plus. One day, the teacher I was covering for only had 3 classes. So for the rest of the day, I was relaxing basically for the rest of the day. Another day I had pre-K. I literally let the para educator, aka second teacher, take over the entire class. So for most of the day, I sat in the background and let the para teach and lead our future scholars. So yeah, it was an easy day for me. So depending on the class, the school, and everything like that, you're gonna have an easy day or you're gonna have a tough day. But then there are days that are not so easy. For example, with the older students, 2 students politely asked me not to come. Then there are days that are not so easy with the older students. For example, 2 schools politely asked me not to come back because I was not exactly the best substitute. For one school, like classroom management, etc., they fighting, they throwing stuff. There's so much you can do. So the principal politely asked me not to come back. Say, oh, when we got the other grades, I'll call you, but they never do. They don't want to say don't come back. So because I wasn't exactly the best. For one school around North Avenue, the principal kindly told me not to come back because I could not control my students. Another school just plainly told me not to come back. Yeah, because a student shared a video, and instead of confiscating the phone, I was talking with them about the video they showed me. Also, yeah, so basically, as a sub, you don't really have much to say, much to it. It's an easy job. It's just like glorified babysitting. But yeah, also, working as a teacher, in my case, a substitute teacher for Baltimore City, it may slowly change you mentally to start acting hood like these students. Oh, Baltimore City. It may also change you to start acting like these students. It is also, I've gotten so used to their bad behavior that in some schools, if a student's, so I've gotten so used to the behavior that in some schools, If students are fighting in the class in my classroom, I just stand there and watch. And after they're done fighting, I check to see if they're okay or if they need to go to the nurse. If they do, I write them a pass to the nurse. If they don't, we go back to supposedly learning. Literally, I will watch them fight like nothing happened, as long as the admin and other teachers and staff do not come in the room. I do not really care what they do, what they did. Basically, some schools just want to keep them in the classroom learning or supposedly learning, but really, they're not doing that because it made me. So I don't really care what the students do, as long as the teachers, the staff don't come in and complain that they too loud, they running around, they doing whatever. I don't care, because if teachers and staff are coming in, it makes you look bad, like you can't control your own class. Like they have to come in the classroom for, yeah. But also for legal reasons, I am joking about letting them fight in my class. I was joking, okay, for legal reasons. I'm joking, but yeah. And me watching them, but yeah, students are throwing chairs and back and forth to each other. The girls are playing baddies. For me, the job was like glorified babysitting, which I enjoyed. The younger ones, you had too much to do. But for the older students, they would chill, and some schools I literally would play Uno with them. One student even taught me how to play blackjack. As in some of these schools, the boys are flashing cash around, literally showing off wads of cash. Like, what are you 14, 15 showing off $100 bills or 20, 50s? Like, put them away. At one school, a student literally bought a PS5 to school. Since I started, like, it was a charter school there. It was a charter school in Baltimore City that the student bought a PS5 to school. So, yeah, you know, these charter schools, they not the best, but they not the worst. Since I started as a substitute, I have literally witnessed almost 20 fights. Oh, excuse me. Shit. Sorry. Since I started as a substitute, I've literally witnessed almost 20 fights and literally watched students get jumped for legal reasons. I'm joking. I'm about maybe not. We don't know. There's no evidence. Or there's no witnesses so far, and no student's gonna come through and say that he stood there and watched it. So another thing I noticed is that at some schools there's so much security. At some schools, security is lax. I do not hate for the people watching this, if you actually watch my videos, do not hate me for this, but I think the Baltimore City public school system is like a prison. Some schools are low-level prisons, while some schools are max-level prisons. In the morning, we walk through security. They got scanners. Some schools, you put your book bag through the conveyor belt, and the security does a quick check of your book bag. Some schools even got the wand. They basically warned you now. Things that is that do students the green collect, and they collect the students' phones. Then some of these tougher schools, they even started locking the bathrooms. So it's like, why are you locking the bathrooms? So if students have to go to the bathroom, they have these hall monitors that says security open the bathrooms. One school even made me a security hall monitor for the day. So I literally sat on my chair at the end of the hall for most of the school day, which was very easy. Because of my small stature and dressing, I can pass for a student. I was at one school, and this high school student literally picked me up and jacked me up against the wall. I was at another school, and these two middle school boys followed me off school grounds and tried to jump me. There's the good and the bad. That's just the risk of working in Baltimore City schools. At some schools, I would literally be chilling. Having fun. Wow. I would literally be watching a movie with them. For example, I played Spider-Man Into the Multiverse on the screen for them. It all depends on the school and the environment and the admin too. And I noticed something. The further out I go towards the bay, and towards Essex, and some towards the Bay Area and Fells Point. The students were much better than than the further I go into towards the county or towards the city. Whose students, whose school, where the students are bad. But overall, my experience in Baltimore City schools, it's been okay. A job is a job. Also, all the person. So Baltimore City. Also to all the principals in Baltimore City, thank you for a great time. But yeah, Baltimore City schools, thank you for a great time. I hope by next school year I get a second degree or my master's degree or some kind of other degree, and I'm not working in Baltimore City no more. Perfect.